A lot of people solve this problem but get the wrong answer at the end because they don't understand one very simple rule. The question asks,
8 minus 3, parentheses, 8 minus 3. That's the whole problem. By the end of this video, you'll know the one rule that makes this problem impossible to get wrong, and exactly where almost everyone slips up. A lot of people solve this problem and get the wrong answer, not because they're bad at math, because of one simple rule they forgot they ever learned. Let's look at how two different people solve it. Both of them start the exact same way, and that first move is correct for both. Person A sees 8 minus 3 inside the parentheses and solves that first. 8 minus 3 equals 5. Now, since the equation also opens with 8 minus 3, person A treats that the same way. 8 minus 3 is 5 again. So the equation becomes 5 times 5, which equals 25. Person A's answer? 25.
Now let's watch person B. Person B also starts by solving inside the parentheses first. Same correct first step. 8 minus 3 equals 5. So now the equation reads 8 minus 3 parentheses 5. And here's the part that changes everything. When a number sits directly next to a parentheses like that, it means multiply. Therefore, the equation becomes 8 minus 3 times 5. So person B multiplies 3 by 5 first, getting 15, and then does 8 minus 15, which equals -7. Person B's answer, -7. Two people, two different answers. And neither one broke a math rule to get there. They just did the steps in a different order. Pause the video right now and put your answer in the comments, 25 or -7. Then let's find out together which one is actually correct. Here's the part that trips almost everyone up. The answer only changes because of the order the steps were done in. The multiplication and the subtraction happened in a different sequence. And in math, that order isn't optional. There's an exact rule for it, and it's called the order of operations.
this is something you probably learned in school and just forgot. So let's bring it back, one step at a time. When you're solving any math equation, the first thing you always solve is parentheses. Parentheses are those groups you see in math, sometimes round brackets, sometimes curved. And whatever number is trapped inside them gets solved first, every single time. The second thing you solve is exponents. That's your squares, your cubes, powers like that. The third thing, and this is where a lot of confusion happens, so stay with me, is multiplication and division. Multiplication and division are equal in priority. Neither one automatically goes first. Instead, you solve them left to right, whichever one you reach first in the equation. And finally, last in line is addition and subtraction. Just like before, these two are also equal in priority, and you solve them left to right, whichever comes first. So to recap the order, parentheses first, exponents second, multiplication and division third, addition and subtraction fourth. Let's picture this as a pyramid, because that makes it stick. At the very top of the pyramid is parentheses. That's priority 1, the first thing you always solve. Moving down, the next level is exponents, priority 2. Below that is multiplication and division together, sharing priority 3. And at the very bottom is addition and subtraction, sharing priority 4. Parentheses first, then exponents, then multiplication and division, then addition and subtraction. Top to bottom, every time. Let's test this with a quick example. Take 10 divided by 2 times 5. There's a division and a multiplication here. And remember, they're equal priority, so we just go left to right. 10 divided by 2 is 5. And then 5 times 5 is 25. That's the whole idea. Left to right in the order they appear. Now let's try something that uses everything we just covered. Here's the problem. 4 plus, parentheses open, 12 minus 7, close parentheses, squared times 3. First, parentheses. Inside, we have 12 minus 7, which is 5. So now the equation is 4 plus 5 squared times 3.
Next, exponents. 5 squared means 5 times 5, which is 25. So now we have 4 plus 25 times 3. Next, multiplication. 25 times 3 is 75. So now we're down to 4 plus 75. And finally, addition. 4 plus 75 equals 79. That's the answer to this example, 79. And every step followed the exact same order. Parentheses, exponents, multiplication, addition. We are almost there. Just one more step. Let's bring all of this back to our original problem and solve it the correct way, start to finish. Here's our equation again. Step 1, parentheses. Inside, we have 8 minus 3, which is 5. So the equation becomes 8 minus 3, parentheses 5. Now remember, when a number sits right next to a parentheses like that, it means multiply. So this really means 8 minus 3 times 5. Next, multiplication. 3 times 5 is 15. So now we're down to 8 minus 15. And finally, 8 minus 15 equals negative 7. And every step followed the exact same order. Parentheses, exponents, multiplication, addition. So what is it actually? The answer is negative 7. And that's the answer choice B, the one that follows the rule instead of just going left to right. Here's the one-line version to remember. Multiplication always comes before subtraction. So 8 minus 3 times 5 works out to negative 7, not 25. Let me know in the comments which answer you originally got, 25 or negative 7. I'm curious which one is more common. And if you got it right, that's one rule you'll never forget again. Thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next one.